Coming to Terms with Triathlon, a podcast, an encyclopedia. I'm Andy McAnally of McA Fitness and Events, and with the help of my colleagues from the worlds of swim, bike, run, strength, nutrition and holistic health, we'll be helping you understand and apply some of triathlon's confusing glossary.
Hi, I'm Kate Offord from Smiling Tri Coach.
Having already covered generic swim terms and arms, in this third and final swim episode, Kate will be talking us through swimming legs. First up, Dolphin Kick.
So Dolphin Kick is really useful in swimming, and it's the kick that you'll see elite swimmers push off the wall and do underwater to make them swim really fast. It's kind of what you would recognise as a butterfly leg kick. So your legs are together, ankles, knees squeezed together, and you're kicking with that undulating movement right from under your ribs. So you're using your hips, your core, and your legs, and it's that beautiful movement. It's useful for triathlon because when you're training in a pool to be able to get that maximum position off the wall, it's a really great skill to use. It also really tones up your middle, and if you're doing open water sort of standing starts where you run into the water, you might dive into the water, do some dolphin kicks to get you started. Or if you're doing like a lake swim, you might actually use the dolphin kick to get you going into the swim. So whilst it's not something you'll use a lot in a triathlon, it's a great skill to have to enable your swimming to be better overall.
Flippers.
Bins or flippers are a really, really good way for triathletes to improve the efficiency of their kick. So if you think of when you go scuba diving, you would wear flippers. They tend to be quite long flippers. The ones that we would use for swim training in triathlon are the shorter flippers. And what they do is they encourage your legs to kick in a more efficient way. So they reduce the knee bend, they improve the body position. And if you are using a kickboard, you can use the flippers to give yourself a little bit more speed, a little bit more confidence, and you get that kind of learn muscle memory. So when you kick well in a flipper, then when you take the flippers off, your kick follows the same movement patterns, and over time they will help to improve your swim. They're also a good aid that if you're swimming with a squad that's a little bit faster than you, you can sometimes put your flippers on, and it means that you can train with people that are a little bit faster than you without having to, either leave the session or go into a different lane. So there's lots of different ways that you can use flippers.
Kickboard.
Kickboard is a foam, square or rectangular piece of float that traditionally pool swimmers have used to work out predominantly their legs. So if you watched a swimming club style squad session, you would see lots of swimmers with their arms outstretched, heads up, doing some kick, leaning on the board. In triathlon, they are less well used, but they do have a place in terms of isolating the legs and getting people to kind of just work on kicking from the hips, not engaging the knees, and trying to make the kick as efficient as possible. There's been some sort of press around kickboards in the sense that the position they put you into with your head up, they can put some pressure on your lower back. So if you are going to use one, just be aware of the position that you're using them in.
And finally, pull buoy.
It's something that you put between your legs. So it's a float, and it's almost like a figure of 8 shape. So you'll have seen them on the pool side if you're training in a pool. Quite often they're blue and white striped or blue and yellow striped, but they sit between your thighs. Now, triathletes do really like a pool buoy because a lot of us suffer from what I would call a stinky leg syndrome, where your legs drag down to the bottom of the pool and you feel like you're sort of pulling an anchor along with you. So by putting a pool buoy in, it gives you that sort of optimal body position. The way that I use them in training is to do some upper body work. So having the pull buoy in takes the legs out of the equation, so you can get a lot of endurance aerobic work done without the leg kick kind of exhausting you. A lot of triathletes will rely quite heavily on a pull buoy. My personal advice is to try and work on your leg kick, because actually having some sort of a leg kick is beneficial long term as a triathlete. but it's a really, really good piece of kit that is absolutely essential to have in your kit bag.
Thanks again, Kate. Some excellent definitions, and you've really helped clear up some common swim terms. Kate was my coach when I ran my marathon in 2021 and is my go-to whenever I need any training support. Along with Mel Hayes, she coaches endurance athletes of all levels, and they run the Smiling Tri-Coach virtual community, which is an awesome hangout over on Facebook. Coming to Terms with Triathlon has been brought to you by MCA Fitness and has been recorded and produced by Strength in Media. For more information about the events we run and for full contact details, please head over to our website www.mcafitness.co.uk. You'll also be able to find links to all our contributors' websites and social media pages at mcafitness.co.uk/podcast.